Greetings everyone and welcome to Total War Warhammer, or Total Warhammer if you prefer. A new game by Creative Assembly published by SEGA. I have been afforded the opportunity to play the pre-release copy thanks to the developers, and I will be covering this game for the next couple of days at the very least, and depending on how it does on the channel I may be covering it for a little while longer than that. I have been playing a few more strategy games lately, and it is a trend that I would be keen to continue, depending on whether there's an interest in seeing more of them. But this is a new game in the Total War series and is, as you can guess by the name, focusing on the Warhammer universe, specifically Warhammer Fantasy. Now, we are going to just jump straight in. We're going to start on a new campaign. I'm not really sure what kind of campaign that we're going to be doing. I have not played the game in any way, shape, or form, so I'm just going to be relying on basic knowledge that will come from the other Total War games. Hopefully that isn't going to lead us astray. Now, we have 4 factions to choose from. The Empire, your bog standard humans of ye olde fantasy world, you know, with tanks and stuff. The Dwarves, ye olde smaller humans who live under mountains of, you know, the fantasy world with helicopters and stuff, you know, pretty standard fantasy fare, don't question it. The Greenskins, orcs and goblins. Now, all of this is based on Warhammer. I'm not going to read it out for each one because it would take too long for me to pick what we're going to be doing. But the final one, the Vampire Counts. Now, of all of the races, the Vampire Counts are the only ones that I have almost no knowledge of from Warhammer Fantasy. So they're the ones that I'm going to be using. So I will actually read this, but just a little bit more information. As I said, the Empire, they're basically bog standard humans, you know, men-at-arms, such and such, kind of. I'm not really sure where you could put them in human history. I don't think there's really any kind of parallel, but they've got gunpowder weapons, and they're sort of kind of a Roman-y feel to it. They worship the god Sigmar, etc., etc. Dwarves, they're the sort of high-tech kind of dwarves. The dwarvish tinkerers more than anything else. The dwarves have a pretty interesting kind of gimmick with them where they have a book of grudges, and it's this vast tome in which all transgressions against the dwarvish race are recorded, and their kind of whole society is geared towards paying back, seeking revenge and seeing justice done for these transgressions. The Greenskins, how can you describe orcs? Those lovable, somewhat mushroom-like things. I mean, I think they're still mushrooms in Warhammer Fantasy. I know they are in Warhammer 40k, but honestly, orcs have gone through so many retcons in the Warhammer universe, it's really hard to know what they are in this particular iteration. But I'm going to go with the whole mushroom thing. They actually sprout out of the ground like fungus. Interestingly, they sprout out of the ground like fungus with a full mind full of knowledge. So they're like machines and stuff, they're just born knowing how to build those. Also, part of it comes from just believing that they should work, and so they do. An interesting thing about orcs, though, is they've got an adrenaline-fueled metabolism. So they get bigger the more adrenaline they produce. So the more fights, more dangerous things they get involved with, the bigger they become over time, and so on and so forth. They're just your meat tanks. But Vampire Counts. Now, I'm going to have to read this because I have no idea. The vampires have ever been a plague upon the living, and none more so than the von Carsteins, an abominable bloodline of undead nobles from the deathly realm of Sylvania. They inevitably strike out from this region at the head of a mighty undead host. Power-hungry necromancers, zombie hordes, ranks of skeletons, tomb-skulking crypt ghouls, and bestial vargulfs are just some of the nightmares a vampire lord can summon to his indomitable will. Vlad was the primogenitor, I have no idea what that word means, of the Van Carstein line, probably something along the lines of progenitor. But Manfred was equally feared, finally being brought to bay at Helfen and slain. But what is no longer living is never easy to kill. Manfred has risen again. The dead have never rested easily in Sylvania, and now they lurch from their graves, summoned to unlife by the mightiest aristocracy as Manfred prepares to challenge mankind once more. He is the eternal emperor, the usurper. Karl Franz, who is the human emperor, will learn this at great cost, and all the living will pay tribute to von Carstein's unholy majesty. Faction mechanics. Can only capture territory belonging to other vampire counts, factions, or any human faction, except for Norska. Okay, so we can't fight against the Greenskins or the Dwarves very well. Raise dead. New units can be raised from the dead in any province. Famous battle sites provide bonuses to the quality and quantity of options available. That's pretty cool. Corruption. Vampiric corruption can be spread in enemy territory, leading to public disorder problems and even vampiric rebellions. Oh, okay. Top units. The Vargulf, a monster. Pretty cool. Got the Terrorgeist, a flying monster. And the Hexwraith, cavalry unit. Playstyle. Strong battle magic options, including raising of new units from the dead. Units cause fear, impacting enemy leadership. Crumbling instead of routing. Units will suffer casualties when losing in combat. Ah, okay, so they don't really rout, but they just flat out die. Some battle casualties are automatically raised from the dead post-battle, even in defeat. No missile units. Oh, that's very... Oh, that's almost enough for me to change my mind. But no, I've made my decision. So we're going to jump into the game now as the Vampire Counts. Wish me luck. Faction leader, we've got Manfred from Carstein or Heinrich Kemmler. Powerful wizard, master of the law of vampires. Raise dead cost minus 15%, upkeep minus 25% for necromancer heroes. Okay. Additional starting units, we'll have Hexwraith cavalry, Cairnwraith cavalry, Scythe infantry, and direwolves, war beasts. Alright. But you, faction leader, powerful melee fighter, leader and wizard, has access to both the law of vampires and the law of death. Campaign movement range plus 5%, all characters. Upkeep minus 10% for Graveguard and Black Knight units. Additional starting units. A Vargulf monster, poor leadership, it can regenerate, it's very fast, it's also got an armor piercing attack. Okay, most of these, the other information, because I haven't played the game, I'm not necessarily going to be that up on that. Hopefully we'll learn this as we go. Fell bats, flying, war beasts, weak against armor, expendable. Oh. And the crypt ghouls, cudgel infantry, damage dealer, poison attacks, that's nice. Weak against armor again, though. Okay, well, we're going to be going on difficulty normal. I'm not going to mess around with the settings, so we'll have a quick look to see what it's like. Show AI player moves limited. No, I don't want to see anything that I shouldn't be able to see. Blah, 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 blah. We'll just leave it at that. Description. Before rising to his current power, Manfred von Carstein avoided the infighting of his peers and instead travelled far and wide, seeking to deepen his knowledge of necromantic lore. He made unholy pilgrimages to ancient tombs and cities, where he wrested forbidden secrets from bone-dry scrolls made from human skin, studied ancient spells in the form of the books of the dead, and struck foul bargains with powerful, long-dead beings. When Manfred finally returned to Sylvania, he was more powerful than ever, and he took over the Undead Legion in the wake of his insane predecessor's destruction. Though previously he had travelled in the guise of an imperial lord, now at the height of his power his appearance has become more horrifying. His face became contorted and corpse-like, and his scalp writhing with magical energy. Yet his newfound powers are not enough, and he thirsts for ever more as part of his design for the imperial throne. Fantastic! Start campaign! At some point in his life, every man finds himself confronted by the reality of evil. The test comes in whether he is willing to face it unflinching or turn aside, and by his inaction let the evil prosper. Captain Helmer van Haal, Witch Hunter. That green moon. Well, I'm not going to say there's something unnatural about it, because that's just stating the obvious, really. But...
is eternal. As inevitable as the grave.
That crow was awesome. I want one.
The old world, the rotting corpse within. Some fools think it worth saving. But there are beings who wish to bring about an eternal night. I am a bearer of lore to those with such power.
afraid of bats and working for vampires. That's not a good start. I see she feels the same way.
The mighty vampire counts of the von Carstein bloodline. My master, Manfred, has returned from the dead once more. He marches on the von Carstein ancestral pile of Castle Dragonhof. For I have brought him ill news that a master necromancer has claimed the fortress as his own. Manfred must retake his ancient stronghold, and either destroy the usurper within, or bind him to his will.
Feeble lich, come hence from mine fortress, and kneel before thy lord. Drakenhof stones are bound by mortar of mine own blood, while yours shall be sprayed across the battlefield as I wrench the head from thine shoulders.
Wait, do we want him to come out or not?
Your forces begin their attack, my lord.
Okay, tutorial. Alright, so probably just going to go through the bog standard stuff. That is interesting to me, that little icon there. Got lots of bats there, okay. Lots of archers on the towers. How have they got archers? My faction isn't allowed archers. Scallywags.
Be sure to join the fight yourself. The
Very
warriors will be greatly inspired by your presence.
We'll pop it up there. Now, I've got some experience with Total War games, so the basic commands are not going... I'm not really going to need that much going over for me, but we'll see. You can actually run if you wouldn't mind. Since you're getting a little bit far ahead, you can walk. Now, I do need to learn the hotkeys, really. It's not going to just give me that... Ah, that's unfortunate.
Remember, as you fight, that help and advice is available at your request, my lord. You may
Okay.
rely upon it.
Use advice can be advice back button. Help page is available at F1 at any time. Okay. Let's test that out. F1! This is very helpful. Oh no, okay. Okay. Fair enough then. Ooh. This is like a wiki page. Oh, that is very useful if so. Let's just quickly have a gander. So if I wanted to look up infantry, I want to look at my basic skeleton warriors. Oh, okay, not bad. We've got some actual detailed information. This is probably visible if I just click on them. Crumbling, disintegrating, tribute. What's that? 26% that I'm getting on this. Cause of fear, the unit frightens all enemy units, reducing their leadership when nearby. It is also immune to fear. Fear penalties do not stack. Hide forest. This unit can hide in forest until the enemy unit gets too close. Undead. This unit undead does not rout. Immune to terror. Now these two are fairly important things. Fear for undead units, and for some other units as well, but that's just the main thing that the undead faction gets, is it causes fear. Obviously, when fighting against other undead, it's not going to matter because they're immune to the effects of fear. But what they don't get is running away. They don't rout. They just die really spectacularly, which is kind of a double-edged sword in a way. But against mortal opponents, it should actually be quite useful. Right, you can start running again now. Let's keep going. Back.
Join the fray.
There we go.
Show them that the von Carstein
Right.
once again
You know what?
Sylvanian.
I don't want to do something stupid. Let's go up and around. You, though, get in there and help. You can actually just wade in as a main unit. Oh, no. There. Turn into attack. Turn quickly. Turn to face them. Don't present your flank. That's better. Just charge straight in. Okay, well, at this point, then, let's have my... my main dude just charge in there, because you should be able to just wade in. Have I not got magic? I was kind of expecting some magic with the undead, honestly.
Behold,
half of the advice I am going to ignore, but it'll be up on screen here and there. And when I do actually want to read something, that's what I'm doing. Already on it. Already on it, my friend. But if I do actually need to look at wiki pages, and I'm probably going to for some of the units, what I'll tend to do is I'll just leave it up on screen for a few moments. I'll read it rather than reading everything out for you. I do usually do that in my Let's Plays, but I've got a feeling there's going to be an awful lot of kind of technical reading with this Let's Play, and I don't think that would be necessarily as interesting. But in those cases, I will try to leave it up on screen so that you can read it if you want to as well. And you can now just wade in, please.
Press home your advantage. Grind them to dust.
What are you doing, my friend? My Vargulf just smashing open the doors. Well done. Go ahead and wade into the rear there, please. These ones are crumbling. That's what that effect is there, I imagine. Well done. Right, you get over there, please. Same with my...
To take charge of the forces you control, sire.
Okay, I've got more forces.
Command of your army is a skill worth mastering.
Indeed, I agree. Oh, we've got everything now, have we? Very well, you can just... Right. We're ready to move forward. You know what? Vargulf, just wade through there. You go first. What have we got? We've got... a Grave Guard. I want you next. I've got 2 Skeleton Spearmen. Can I group them? Group, yes. Fantastic. You'll be a group. I'll make it a little bit easier to move around. Oh, after I've got 2 Grave Guards. Okay, group those as well. Both of you get in there, please. My leader can move up. In fact, let me zoom around so I can see this a little bit better. Let's get everyone in there. My spearmen, I would actually like you to try and move through if you can, but face the other way. In fact. Good. Fantastic. I'm very glad. I was worried. I didn't see any magic. Alright, everyone get through here, please. Spearman up first. Graveguard up second. Actually, I've only got one of you. I need to use the hotkeys for 2, so I've got the full group. Get everyone through. We're going to be going up against you. Is there any way better for me to attack through? Can we get through this area? Is that clear for us to move through? I don't think so. I think there's a gate. Bit of a shame there. You know what though? Vargulf, head down here. I want you to go up and around, please. I want you to be running when you do it. Go, go, go.
Your words and actions can inspire the
Oh dear Lord. They are not nice things. They are really not nice things. They're down on the ground? I think they may be. Right. Let's get my Grave Guards against those. Manfred, you too, since you're actually quite a powerful unit. There's the enemy lord right there.
The heart of the city is within sight, my lord.
Yeah, we're having we've got a bit of a battle going on right now. Calm your horses. They're actually really low on leadership right now. Ah, fantastic. Vargulf, attack! He's without help. Charge! Kill! Ah, damn it, he's returning to his troops. Fine, okay, come down here and flank them then, I suppose. You took too long! Right, okay, so, got Invocation of Nehek is resurrects dead combatants, replenishes HP. Ooh, fantastic. I want it on these people. Who are they? Where are you? It's very subtle, but I think I've selected the right one. Let me read that again. Resurrects dead combatants, replenishes HP of combatants, heals injured before resurrecting. Oh, okay, so that's actually pretty cool. And the other one is Gaze of Nagash.
The enemy general shows himself. Then Kruger joins the battle. He fights amidst
Causes magical damage, strong versus single combatant. Effective at close range, good from a high angle, poor penetration. Okay. Alright, well let's charge forward. It looks like we have an ally here. I want my Vargulf over there as well. Come on in, you guys. Let's move. Get up there. Spearman as well, please. Oh, we've got cavalry. Damn, I should have had you up here first. Get in there. Get in there as well. Damn, I should have had my spearmen on the way, like, ages ago. Alright, go for it. Drop down a heal there as well, please. My Vargal should be able to handle itself for the most part, honestly. And this cavalry is already massively messed up. In fact, let me just slow time down just a little bit so I can have a proper look. Critical binding. Okay, crumbling, damage sustained, animated, in melee, unit losing decisively. Okay, that's fairly good. Though they are being healed by the looks of it. Yes, they are being healed. Alright. I will try and learn the hotkeys. That'll probably be for the next episode before I've probably looked at the wiki on the controls. And then I'll be able to toggle the time options a little bit more effectively. Right, I want to go for a flanking maneuver here, please, if we can. Oh, no, that's really not where I want to go. No. Okay, over here is fine. Oh my lord, that was just clumsy. Alright, no, go for the units. I want to take them out of these, okay? Please. Oh, that as well. On that way. Over there, ideally. It's very awkward. Can't seem to get them to position properly. Right, go up and around, please. Actually, it looks like they may be dead. In fact, yes, it looks like the entire force is dead. Oh, okay. Just nuke them. Nuke them with all of the nukiness. Stop your wandering. Get in there, you lazy bugger. Come on. My lord, I know you like it. It's just having a sulk because I didn't let it eat earlier. Problem is, once it eats, it gets lazy. And it just doesn't want to eat anyone else then for ages. It just wants to find a nice dang crypt to go to sleep in. Bloody Vargal. Let's drop another attack spell on him. Ah! Oh, that is very satisfying. I approve. I think... Right, you need the healing because you've got a lot of health loss there. There are quite a few people with low health, but no one with low leadership, which is actually very nice to see. Is their unit still alive? 1 HP? My lord, they're very good at this.
My lord von Carstein.
Yes!
The enemy servants of that pretender are driven from your castle.
Hooray!
Victory!
Oh, right, they just needed to hold this position. I think I see what was going on there. They went over there and they were just starting to capture it. Right. Okay, I'll have to remember that. It's been ages since I played a Total War game. You have won the battle, but do not celebrate too much, for the gods will look ill upon he who came so near to defeat. What? Near to defeat? I didn't lose any of my units. Well, I mean, I guess I came here with a much bigger army that I wasn't controlling, and they may not have fared so well, but I don't consider them my losses. Whatever generals are in charge of those troops, heads will roll.
I thank you for your offer of immortality, sire. But I shall forego the blood kiss for now. I'm more useful to you alive, for there is much to be done.
That is true. I do need a couple of mortal servants. Right, okay.
The Tempelhof interloper has fled back to his fortress, and Van Kruger has retreated to Castle Tempelhof, a fortress he wrongly claims as his own. It will take some effort to wrench him out.
Okay. Well, I'll take a little bit of time. We've currently got to, like, look around and find everyone. A little bit of screen tearing there. I may have to fix that up later on. Have I got to look there? Yes, I do.
The Dwarves control the mountain passes to the south.
Very well.
They are no friends of your kind, and will strike out at you if allowed.
Okay. That's alright. My kind don't need friends.
Passage to the west is blocked by the Dark Lords of Schwarzhafen, sire. They have feuded with Van Kruger in the past, and no doubt watch your struggle against him keenly.
Okay, so possible allies. You know what? I don't need friends, but I do want people in my vampiric court, naturally. You know, it's not very good, you know, noble aristocratic party if there are no other nobles or aristocrats there. So, yeah. We will be open to the possibility of alliances. Passage to the west, blah, 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 blah. Okay.
Van Kruger is nothing more than a feeble lich. A necromancer that needs bringing to heel.
That's true.
You must advance against Tempelhof, seize his possessions, and turn the dead against their former master.
Well, about that, though, wasn't I their master before he... Which former master? You need to be more specific about this, advisor. Right. Select von Carstein's army.
I hunt.
Okay, I'm hoping that whatever amount of tutorial there is not going to be too on rails. We'll see. Okay, everyone's actually full health. Alright. For telling me that we were doing really badly. What does that meter mean, though? That worries me a little bit. I'm going to need to look that up. But, alright. Da-da-dum-dum-dum. Selected armies, advance the army towards... Okay.
To the
Very well.
shadows.
Excellent. The enemy scries your movements. The necromancer will no doubt be planning counter-maneuvers of his own.
I would like to be in the trees, where I can set up ambush. Damn it.
Your forces are depleted by battle, sire. Yet such a shortfall is easily solved by your kind. Raise the slain to fight at your banner. March upon the enemy using their own warriors.
That sounds wonderful to me. I approve of this idea. Very well.
It is night.
Let us recruit. We've got... have I actually got the same troops I had before? No, I don't. I've got different troops. I've got 2 skeletal warriors now. Got no skeleton spearmen. Ah, but I've got crypt ghouls and zombies. So I've got my Vargulf, and I've got fell bats as well. Oh, okay. Well, I suppose... sure, I'll buy another 2. Can I buy more besides? I think... Each additional slot allows an extra unit to be recruited concurrently. Okay, so given that, I'll recruit another
Your army
skeleton.
must remain in place whilst raising new bodies to fight.
Very
Soon
well.
it will be swollen with the dead, my lord.
What on earth am I doing? So some ancient and dark ritual, no doubt. Your army must remain in place, blah blah blah. Very well.
Dragonhof has suffered in your absence, sire.
Wow.
But now von Carstein inhabits its halls once more.
New lick of
You
paint.
can restore
Someone to do the
castle
hoovering.
back to its former majesty.
Majestic hoovering. Right. Settlements and buildings are managed from the province. Overview panel, which appears when the settlement is selected. Blah, 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 blah. Okay.
Provide more room for the dead to rest, and you will gain more souls to
I
resurrect.
don't want them to rest. I want them to be in my
that the
army.
necessary expansion is made.
Okay. Public order, tax income, corruption. We've got 100% vampiric corruption. 0% chaos corruption, I'm assuming. Promise effects. Leadership +9 for all undead units, local armies. Casualty replacement rate +10% for all undead units. Okay. Right, so you want me to upgrade this, and then I will be able to get the Grave Guard and the Skeleton Spearman. But I would also need an armory in order to get the Grave Guard. Very
Excellent.
well.
Construction will begin immediately.
How long will it take? 2 days. Or 2
Seek
turns.
ways to further even your vast knowledge of the dark arts, my lord.
Very well.
Put your most devious minions to work on improving your methods of war.
Okay, looks like I've got 4 options. The Book of Arkan, also known as the Tome of Bone, this dread volume, authored by Arkan the Black, is filled with his secrets for instilling vigor and other deadly abilities into zombified and skeletal vessels. Liber Necronomica, a text of powerful binding, and one of the 9 books of Nagash. It contains countless rituals to ensnare wrathful spirits, summon ghoulish creatures, and imbue such fell things with dread power. De Nirot's blasphemous bestiary. For centuries, this tome of beasts has been required reading for necromancers who wish to ultimate control, training, and mastery of the dead creatures that lurk by the graveside. And the Lamin Book of Blood, said to be transcribed from the scrolls of Neferata herself. This grave codex instructs recently sired vampires in the art of infiltrating, influencing, and spreading the vampiric curse across the world. Ooh, I like this. That looks like it leads generally to more kind of utility stuff, so more things for your cities and that sort of thing. This looks for, obviously, bats, wolves, vargeist, probably vargulfs as well. So general upgrades for them. Over here, crypt horrors, cairnwaiths. Okay, so ghouls and less, more cadaverous undead, I guess you could say. Bond of Bones, upgrades for skeletons, warriors, and zombies. Okay, I would have assumed zombies would have been down there, but then again, it did say that zombies were over there, actually, thinking about it, in Graveguards. Well, considering we've mostly got zombies and skeletons right now, although typically I like to plan for the future and how I'm going to build, I've not played with this faction, I've not played this game before, so I'm not sure what I'm going to be building most of in the future, so I'm just going to go with what would give me an immediate help right now. So we're going to go with the Book of Arkan, and hopefully that is the right choice.
In time, the knowledge they gain will surely aid your cause.
Fantastic.
My lord, there is nothing more you can do now. Let us await your enemy's next move.
Very well. Time on the campaign map is advanced in turns. Use the end turn button to move the game on. Other factions will then get their turn to move their armies, recruit units, and perform other actions. But that is going to be it for this first episode. I hope you have enjoyed and are looking forward to my coverage of the game over the next few days at the very least. As ever, I welcome any feedback down in the comments, and a like on the video will let me know that you would actually like to see more Total War Warhammer in the future. I'm going to have to practice so hard not to just say Total Warhammer. It's going to happen a lot, more than likely without me noticing. But that is it from me. So until next time, and as always, do take care, everyone.